Hey everybody, Geezer Tony here. Before we get into this video, I wanted to say a few words because to be honest, I was very undecided about even posting it because I do get into my own personal challenges, injuries, health issues, and I started thinking, well, maybe people don't want to hear that. It's really about we seniors having to overcome these physical and health obstacles every day of our lives in whatever we may be doing, not just golf, but just getting up and going through your daily routine, going to the grocery store, going to the doctor's office, going to visit a relative, whatever. We all have something that we have to deal with at these ages. And so that's more about what this video is about. In this case, I have related it to golf because it's what I love to do and I do a lot of it. And it's been a big part of my life always. And so that being said, I hope you can enjoy the video for what it is and enjoy some of the golf as we go along and talk about senior health issues. Hey everybody, Geezer Tony here once again. We're out here today at the Siler City Country Club in Siler City, North Carolina. We're going to play a little golf and I'm going to talk a bit. When I first started up the channel, I wanted it to be directed toward the older player, and that's partly the reason for the name Geezer Golf. And YouTube actually takes a lot of statistics that I didn't know about until recently, and some of them are, of course, how many people watch the video, but what time of day they watch, what country they're from, and even their age or within a range. So I looked on there the other day, and surprisingly, about 92% of everybody who watches my videos are aged 55 and over. And actually 70% are 65 and over. That kind of surprises me. Not that I mind young people watching, but it was geared toward the older player like me. In light of that, I wanted to make a video talking about some of the physical and health issues that seniors may have when they play golf. We all have something wrong with us once you reach a certain age, but we just don't talk about it. We learn to live through it, do what we do, and get by. But today I'm going to talk about all of that on a personal level. I'm going to tell you about my own health issues and physical limitations, just to help you understand that you can play good golf even though you may have a problem, a physical problem or a health issue. So we're going to get on down to the tee here and play, and I'll talk as we walk along. And I'm going to be playing the back tees today for no particular reason. It's just that the course is not that long, and I'm trying to get ready for my upcoming series, Can the Geezer Break 80 from 7,000 plus. So let's get on over here to the tee and get going, and I hope you'll enjoy the golf and the conversation. Okay, so here we are over on the first tee, and I just want to say once again that this is a beautiful golf course. I love coming out here. I didn't get a scorecard, and I don't normally play the back tees. The signs are way up there, so I'm not sure how long this hole is. I'm going to guess it's about 390 with an elevated tee, so it shouldn't be too bad. So we're just going to hit driver. And again, no warm-ups as usual. I'm just standing there loosening up with a swing and a club. So let's hope for the best. We'll just try to smooth it out there for now. Very well hit down the right side. Should be fine. Yeah, I see it. Okay, I was off by 2 yards on the guess of how long it's 388. And I've got 130 left. So yeah, about a 260 drive. Pretty good for not being warmed up. Okay, so we've got 130, and I'm going to go with my 140 wedge just because, I'm not loosened up. And I hope it doesn't go over, but I don't think it will. Well, it's on there. I pulled it a good bit, and I'm going to attribute that to the body not being loose yet. Okay, we have 27 feet. Just a little uphill early and then mostly downhill, maybe going to the right a little. And I'm using the short putter. I used it in my last video also. I don't think I'm going to change back to it, but I just needed a break from the arm lock. And I don't putt terribly with this, so we're just doing it for fun, for no real reason. So we're going to give this maybe just a few inches out left of the hole and try to make sure we don't three putt here. Going a bit more to the right than I thought. Wow. That was about 3.5 feet. Wasn't a great first putt. Okay, we're on the second tee here. So before we tee off, let's get started on the physical issues. And I'm going to save the big health issue for last. And we'll talk about physical problems, injuries, what have you, throughout the round. So let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Okay, so first, the bottoms of my feet are numb. They have been for 10, 15 years. I'm not even sure how long. Doctor said I just wore the nerve endings out on them. I used to play a lot of basketball. So therefore, I don't know if that affects my game or not, but I certainly couldn't do aim point, but which I wouldn't do anyway because I think it wastes a lot of time. I'm not sure how well it really works. I'm hoping it's just a fad because I'm kind of tired of seeing it on TV, all this walking down and doing this and this. You know, maybe it'll pass with time. I remember when everybody was plumb bobbing and now nobody does that. So the bottoms of my feet are numb. It's not really a problem. It's just something that's not as it should be with my body. So secondly, I'll give you one more and then we'll play this hole. So secondly, coming up, I have a bad case of varicose veins on my legs. You may wonder, well, why is the geezer playing in long pants and it's 98 degrees? You'll never see me in a pair of shorts. I had them fixed when I was in my late 40s and nobody told me they were coming back. So there's no need to bother with that again. That was a long ordeal that I went through, and then now they're just like they were before. So the reason I don't wear shorts is I wear these long white athletic socks, which keep a pressure on my leg and keep them from getting worse and keep my legs from swelling somewhat. So those are two things so far. Okay, so we're on hole number 2 now, par 5, 500 yards. Outside chance I could get home in 2 if I hit a really big drive, but it's more important to just get it in play early in the round like this, and I'm not loose yet. Oh, and I really like that one. It's going to be borderline if I can go for the green because the ground is still a little soft from from the hurricane that we had, all the rain it gave us. So also in my videos, I'm going to start letting you guys know what ball I'm using because I switch all around whatever I have. Today I'm hitting the Titleist True Feel just because I have them. I'm not that concerned really about the ball I use as long as it's not a Rock Flight or a Nitro, which I made some videos with those. I can score with those too. So we've got 2:15 left, and sad to say, on a hot day like today, I'm sweaty. I forgot a very important piece of golf equipment left in the car, and that would be the towel. So I'm playing without a towel. I'm like Linus without his blanket. Can't play without a towel, but we're gonna have to try to do the best we can, and I'll pick it up after 9 holes. We got 215 left, and I'm gonna try to hit 3 woods since it's really soft up there, and see if I can get it between those 2 bunkers. Well, it's headed in the right direction. It's on. Whoa, it might go over. I knew it was a lot of club, but I didn't think it would bounce like that. I'm real happy with that. Okay, we've got 45 feet. I'm a couple of feet off the fringe, and I'm going to go ahead and putt, which I don't usually do. We've got the first half of the putt is just a little bit downhill, and the second half is very downhill, and the hole is cut on that downhill slope. So it's just going to be tough to get it to stop near the hole. And it should be breaking a little left. This is definitely a get it in the kiddie pool putt, and I'm going to enlarging it what I see a little bit just to help me feel a little more comfortable about it. It's not too bad. It's still about 3 feet though. So this one's a little downhill and breaking to the right. I need to play it outside the hole. All right, it's always good to get a birdie here. Okay, so about the towel. The men's room is right over here, and fortunately they had a good supply of hand towels, so I borrowed a few of them. It was really wet. You're going to see me get completely wet here within a couple of holes. So, next physical ailment as we're going up, we stopped at the legs. So the third one, the next one I have is I've got a knee that's bothering me. Now it's not a permanent thing, but it comes and goes. And so today I have this big knee brace on. It does seem to help it. If I don't wear this, I'll be limping, which I limp quite a bit when I'm making videos. You just don't see me walking, pushing the cart. So that's the third thing as far as a physical problem is I have a problem with my knee. It's not permanent, as I said. It comes when it comes. It stays for a month or two. So I'm just not one that runs to the doctor for every little ailment. It'll go away. So let's play this par 3. I'm getting 182 on the laser, and this is definitely a hole you do not want to go beyond the flag on. And I've got a little bit of breeze coming at me, so all that to me adds up to a 6-iron to make sure I don't go over. I would rather be just short of the green with an easier up and down than to go over. Not much chance of making par if you go over, or even if you go long on the green. So kind of waiting for this breeze to let up just a little bit. And for that, it's not about what it's going to do to the ball. It's about what it's going to make me do. It's going to make me swing too hard or be thinking about it while I hit, and I want to ignore it. So I'll just wait a second. It actually feels good. Okay. 180, 6-iron. It wasn't really well hit, and it's going to be short of the green, but actually it was very mishit, but it'll be just short of the green. Maybe I can get up and down for par. Okay, I hope that angle will get this shot. I'm 25 feet from, well, excuse me, the hole is 25 feet from the front edge, and I'm probably a little more than that from the front edge. We've got about probably a 60-foot chip. Fortunately, I have an uphill lie. You won't be able to see that, but I'm hoping you'll get a good view of what happens up here rather than just watching me from behind every time. Since I have an uphill lie and I need it to stop pretty quick, I'm going to go ahead and use 56 anyway, knowing that it's going to pop up. And because the landing area is elevated, it's going to cancel some of that out. Really good shot. It took a bad bounce. It took a hard bounce left, but I'm happy with it. Okay, short game, save a par. I can't preach short game enough. I think I'm gonna have to make some more footage on more short game. We're on hole number 4. It's a straightaway par 4, 425 yards. And down in the bottom where you can't see, there's a creek down there that I need to get over, so I can't afford to miss-hit it here. And also, you can see on this course that that pine tree is overgrown. It's hanging out, so I've only got half the fairway to hit at unless I hit it really low. So it's just another obstacle. Let's just hit a good solid drive out there and take whatever it leaves us to the green, be it a long shot or what. Pretty well hit. A little down the right side, but I'm happy with it. Yeah, I saw it got over the ditch because I saw it bounce. And that flag looks like on the far right edge of the green, and with this angle, I can't go at it. I'm gonna have to go left. So we're left with 185 uphill, which means about a 250 drive here. I got to go left of that flag. I'm going to go with 6-iron. Got to go left of the flag. I'll try to go left of it. So that's going to miss the green for sure. Got a good bounce dead left. That might be on. I don't understand that bounce, but I'll take it. It's about 20 feet, but it had to have hit. There's a knob right here. It had to hit the left side of that knob because it was definitely going right of the green. Well, we ended up 21 feet. We're uphill. It's going to break right. It was a lucky bounce. I'll take it. You know, I've said before, don't ever feel guilty when you get a lucky bounce because luck counts in golf, good and bad. I imagine the breaks will even out, the good and the bad breaks. But for now, it would be nice to make this putt and take advantage of this good break. Actually, I think it's not breaking right. I think it's going to be straight or very slightly left. I'm going to play it pretty straight. And I didn't hit it. It did break right, so my first instinct was before we play number 5, I wanted to get to another issue coming up. I haven't had any problems with my hips, which I'm very fortunate. At my age, a lot of tall people have trouble with their joints. I haven't had any trouble with that. So we'll move up to the lower back, middle back, and upper back neck area. So I am a lifelong back sufferer. Well, not lifelong. I first injured it when I was a teenager. I was 17 years old and I worked one summer on a Pepsi truck helping, and I pulled my back out. And as many of you know who have back problems, once you've injured it, it's never the same again. So throughout my whole life, I've had lower back problems on occasion. And sometimes it's debilitating. I can't put my pants on. I can't tie my shoes. I can't cough, sneeze. So over the course of my lifetime, I've learned to protect that. When I was in my late 30s, I decided to go try a chiropractor. He helped me immensely. Takes me out of pain right away. If I feel something coming on, he can do his maneuvers and prevent it from happening. I've never injured my back while I was playing golf. But back when I was young and dumb, I'd try to play golf when my back was bothering me, and I'd just make it worse. So I've learned now just don't do that at all. So that's the lower part. The middle part, kind of up between your shoulder blades, bothers me sometimes. And when that's there, I can't hold my arms out. I can't take a good breath. I can't really move. The upper part is more like a severe crick in the neck, as we call it down here in the South, where you sleep on it wrong and you can't move it very well, except it's more severe. So all of that I've been dealing with all my life. I've learned to protect it very well, and I've learned to have it heal quicker when I do have it, but that's just another issue that I have to deal with on a daily basis. So let's get on over to the tee and play number 5. Hole number 5, 391. As you saw, a very sharp dog leg to the left. We need to really keep this left and turn it over some to keep it in a good place. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah. It behaved very well. It didn't get as high as normal, but you know, the shot was really what I wanted, and right up front. Now we got 119 to a front pin. It should be a pretty standard stock 52 wedge. Let's see what we can do with it. Get one going towards the hole for a change. That looks really good. Be good. I believe it hit the stick. Okay, there we are. We're about 4 feet, I think. Well, it's more like 5 feet actually. I really believe the inside right will do it if I don't baby it. Yes. Number 5, par 5, 536. There's a lot going on around here with mowers and such, so I'm gonna just hit it and go on. Just keep it left here. That's fine. No, we're so far back, I'm not even going to bother measuring. We got wind in our face, downhill lie, uphill landing area. It's just not going to go that far. So I'm just going to hit it. I will hit 3 wood. What you should do here is hit whatever club you can hit a good shot with. Don't try to hit a 3 wood if you can't hit it off of this conditions. Hit a 5 iron or whatever. It's way better than scuffing it into that creek down there. So I need to hit this by the left side of that cedar tree and maybe cut it a little bit. Just like that. That should be really good. Just see the tip of the flag over there, right of that tree. Right on the 100 marker, and the flag's a little back and it's a little uphill. So this shot should be just a little bit shorter than the last one. However, we have wind coming at us, so I think it will be the same shot, same swing. I'm going to use the same club, my 52 gap wedge. Also, I know this is a 2-level green and the front level's down and there's a tier and the second level's up and the flag's back there on the back, so I want to make sure I get up there. So all that adds up to a stock 52 sand wedge, just like the last time. I think it's okay. I hit it a little bit right, but should be on the green. Okay, so we're 33 feet from the hole. I think I overdid it a little bit with the wedge and probably could have hit the sand wedge, I guess. But I caught that really well. Anyway, we have what we have. So this is a very downhill lie to a downhill landing area, and the tough part is about 5 feet behind the hole, that tier goes down to the other part of the green. So I got to be very careful. So what am I going to do here? You know, you would probably putt, but you know I'm going to chip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the ball off my high foot, and I'm going to open the face 3 or 4 degrees to help counteract the downhillness of everything. I'm going to carry it just onto the green. That one part carry, one part roll rule is out the window here because all factors lead to it rolling farther. So we're just going to make sure we don't go down that hill back there. Look out, baby. Oh God, that was in, hit the stick and stayed out. I'm real happy with it though. Yeah, and rattled and came out. Okay, we've gotten up to the neck, and so we're going to go into the head now. No, we're not talking about how I think or my mind, but eyesight. So my eyesight is beginning to fail a little bit. I have had far vision correction in my right eye for quite some time, but it's so minor that I haven't worn glasses. And now I'm starting to get where I lose the ball in the clouds, or as it hits the ground and changes direction or changes speed, I lose it. So I've got to go back and get my eyes examined and a new pair of glasses. But in addition to the vision, I have something in my eye that I've had a lot of specialists check, and nobody can really do anything about it. And it's not floaters. Everybody that gets old has those little floaters and they go away. I have something that hangs in my right eye, and as I move my eye, it dangles around. You know, it's kind of like it's clear. It's kind of like almost like looking through a lace curtain or something sometimes when it's right there in my vision. Sometimes it's off to the side. The only thing that can be done about it is very risky, and I'm not willing to do that. So quite often my vision is obscured when I'm looking straight at what I want. I have to see it through my peripheral. One of the eye specialists showed it to me on a picture he took inside my eye. So, you know, there's that. And I've had that 20 years or more, probably more, a lot more. So anyway, I can't think of anything else physical. Oh yeah, I got one more thing. My hands are starting to bother me, especially this right one. This lump on my wrist. The other one has a very small one, it's not, but this one is enlarged, and it's sort of the touch. And when I hit a drive, I feel it. That's one reason I switched to the bigger grips. And then also this hand, I've got some arthritis in this thumb. If I push that thumb back like that, it really hurts. It doesn't really bother me when I'm hitting a shot, but if I put my hand down and push. So, you know, those are minor things for now. I don't know how much worse this is going to get. I don't take any medication for any of all that. So that's pretty much it physically. But I have one more big medical issue that I'm going to talk to you about a little later on in the round. So be sure and stay tuned. Hole number 7, par 3, 183 yards. And I do have a little crosswind kind of coming at me, but once again, I'm going with 6. Hitting a lot of 6 irons today, and the bad news of that is I haven't really hit a good one yet. So we'll try to get this one hit it a little better. And there it is. Yeah, I finally caught one. That's right at it. Be good, baby. I think it's on the middle of the green, short of the hole, but I'm real happy with that. I thought I hit this shot better than this. I did hit it pretty well. Must have been more wind than I thought, but I'm 43 feet short. I'm very happy to be on the green though. So now my work is cut out for me to get it down in 2. And it's very uphill. So I've got to play, oh gosh, I'm going to say 1.5 feet to the right of the hole and try to get the speed in my big area and watch, visualize the ball rolling up into that area. Pretty good. I just didn't quite hit it. There's a lot of hill there. So okay, hole number 8. Par 4, 384. Very uphill tee shot, and it dog legs to the right around behind those bunkers. But we do not want to go anywhere near those bunkers. And I accidentally went near them, but I didn't go in them. I certainly wasn't trying to go over there, but I got away with it. As I say so often, that's why we aim them where we do. Give ourselves room to mess up. You may see the flag, the tip of the flag, or maybe not. But it's between that bushy tree and that tree trunk on the other side of the telephone wires. Just at the left edge of this bunker in front of me. It's playing 139. It's 136, probably at least 4 yards uphill. So I'm going with my pitching wedge. Don't have to do anything stupendous, just hit a good solid shot. That looks really good. Right at it. I think it's just short of the green. We are 2 feet off the green, about 20 to the hole. Shockingly, I'm going to putt this one. It looks pretty smooth right here. We're uphill and it's going to break left. Ooh, almost. Just another par. Hole number 9, par 4. Slight dog leg left. The fairway has a lot of lean to it to the left, so you almost have to cut it to get it to hold the fairway. I don't have the exact yardage here. I'm going to guess about 350. It's kind of short down there. It's around 300 or 310. We're just going to hit this driver out there and try to hit a slight cut. Keep it in play. And let this car go by. Okay. Little bit of cut. Yeah. That should bounce right back into the fairway, no problem. Yep, there it comes. So it ended up, it did bounce left from where I saw it, but not far enough. And I'm about 5, maybe 3 steps from the fairway. I'm in some pretty deep rough. I'm 92 yards from the hole though, so I have to be careful of a flyer here. I'm just going to hit a sand wedge with a little bit open face to guard. This is another hole where, you know, going over is just really not a good thing. Being just short is not that terrible. I'm going to try to gauge this, open the face a little bit to take some distance off in case it flies. I think it came out slow, not fast. Bounce. Yeah, it's just short. Instead of jumping, it came out heavy. Similar to the one we had on, I think it was number 3. Extremely uphill lie. So rather than use the 56, I'm going to use the 52 just to help it get there, because it's going to want to go pretty high off this line. And there it is up there about a foot. Okay, so we finished the front nine. I think we were 2 under. And you know, it's a rather warm day today. And you can tell that it's kind of getting me, slowing me down. I'm out of breath a lot. You've probably seen that in other videos too, where I appear to be out of breath quite often. And I am. So I'm going to tell you why. And I'm not telling you this to feel bad for me or anything, but just to talk about we seniors and the things that the obstacles we have to overcome to do our daily things or play golf in this case. So what it is I have what is called a bicuspid aortic heart valve. It's a birth defect. I've had it all my life. I just didn't know it until I was a little over 40 years. So what does it mean? The blood flow to your entire body is restricted. Now, it hasn't been a big problem, and as I said, I didn't know it until I was in my early 40s. I played basketball in high school, played league basketball and so forth, and never knew it. I always knew that I had to train harder to stay in shape than the other guys did. I just never knew why, but I was in good shape. So a healthy bicuspid valve is not in itself a huge problem. By the way, it's been monitored every year through ultrasound. They put me on a treadmill, throw me on a table, watch the valve, watch the blood flow to see, you know, if it's getting worse or whatever. Every year for the last almost 30 years now. But about 4 to 5 years ago, my doctor says, "You're finding yourself out of breath a little more than usual?" And I said, "Well, yeah, actually, now that you mention it." He said, "Well, the valve is beginning to leak." And I said, "Well, oh, I thought it was just because I was getting older." And he says, "No, it's starting to leak, which means that the circulation is even poorer than it was." I'm in favor of getting a new heart valve, but the doctors don't want to do it. I'm sure they know what they're doing and they have the experience, but I'm the patient and I'm the one who's feeling it. So that's the saga right now. I feel my energy level down. I feel my stamina is way down, and my breath. I can walk up a hill and I've got to stop and, you know, catch my breath like when I was playing basketball. And I wanted to bring that up because I know a lot of you hear me huffing and puffing when I'm trying to talk. That's what it is. But it's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep doing it. But I would like to get this thing replaced and get back to whatever normal is for me. So anyway, this whole video was about senior health, overcoming your issues, not just for golf, but in life. We all have different issues and we learn to get around them the best we can. Same for golf. Just wanted those of you out there who do have some kind of issue, you're not the only one. All of us have something going on. And we still want to get out and enjoy life. We don't want to sit around and waste away. So hang in there, ignore it best you can, fight it, get around it. Keep doing what you can do as long as you can. We don't know how much life we have left and we want to live it. So that's enough blabbering. So for now, this is Geezer Tony signing off. Till next time.